cares and troubles, toodaloo. No need to hurry, no need to worry. Mr. Bluebird, how you do? Let the sunshine fill your heart with joy. Boys and girls come out to play. Don't sit and ponder, look over yonder. Here come those lazy days.
Here, you can't come in here. This is private property. Oh, it's you, Mr. Talbot.
Good afternoon, Mr. Wattle.
Have you come to see their nibs?
That's right, in the office, are they?
Mr. Archer is, but I think young Trevor's having a look round the ladies' lavatory. Mind you, that was a quarter of an hour ago before I had my attack.
Your attack?
Shooting pains. Come all up this arm, down that arm, up the right leg, across and down the left leg.
That's nasty.
Well, it's all their fault. Them and their bloomin' filing cabinet. I told them I shouldn't carry anything heavy. Of course, they wouldn't listen.
Oh, dear.
The next time they insist on me carrying a heavy filing cabinet, it will be over my dead body.
Highly likely by the sound of it.
I'll tell you one thing. My wife won't be very pleased if I've done my backing tonight of all nights.
Really? Why? What's happening tonight?
She wants me to shift the cooker.
No, Laura, Dickie still hasn't arrived, and I don't know where he is. Oh, hang on, somebody knocking at the door. That could be him now. Come in!
Good afternoon, Ron.
Dickie. Come on, it's Laura.
Oh, dear.
Well, come and have a word with her.
If I must.
He's just coming. I'll pass you over to him. Yeah.
Hello, Laura. Richard here. Yes, I'm sorry. I was awfully busy this morning. I just couldn't get home for lunch. Oh, don't be silly, Laura. After all the years we've been married, do you think I'd let lumpy custard come between us? Of course there isn't anyone else. Oh, really, Laura, you haven't been the same since we went to see Brief Encounter. I'm ridiculous. I don't look anything like Trevor Howard. Anyway, I haven't been down to the railway station for weeks now. Look, I'll try and get home at a reasonable hour. No, I can't say exactly when. Look. She rang off.
Oh, yeah. I don't think she's very pleased with you, Dickie.
But I can't think why. I mean, most of the time I'm not with her. I'm with you, talking about this blessed pier. She just doesn't seem to be herself these days.
Well, that lady's in a shocking state.
I know.
I reckon the main trouble is dry rot.
What?
Oh, Trevor's talking about the floor in the ladies' toilet. It's all rotten.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's a pity, because it's the one by the ghost train. Probably get used the most. Anyway, Dickie, you see this? We've got this old filing cabinet up here now.
Yes, I met Fred moaning about his back.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just one of them hydrophobiacs.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we thought that there might be something in here that could be useful in the running of the pier, you see.
And is there?
Well, I don't know. We got the bottom drawer open, but we can't seem to shift these other three.
Well, they're probably locked.
Oh, brilliant, Dickie. Brilliant.
What was in the bottom drawer?
Oh, well, we reckon that's where they kept their lost property.
Yeah.
See, look. There's an old camera, a Wellington boot,
Yeah.
a tennis ball.
That's enough. Yes, and we got a woolly hat there, and there's there's some books there, you see. Oh, and these here, pair of ladies, frilly. I wonder how she come to lose these.
Well, perhaps it was a windy day and they just blew off.
I hope that's all she lost.
Now. No need to be smutty, Dickie.
Sorry.
No.
Anyway, I'm sure she won't come back for them now.
No, yes. And then there was this.
What is it exactly?
Well, we think it's the remains of a pork pie.
Good Lord. Do you realize this must be all of 15 years old?
Yeah.
You know, when you look at it from a different angle, it reminds me of something that Laura served for supper the other night.
Really?
Yes, almost identical.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, she's talking about inviting you two round for a meal one evening.
Oh, good. Oh, yes. Thank you very much indeed. Right, let's have a go at these drawers. Have you got that screwdriver?
Yeah.
Good lad, give it here. see what I can do with that.
Look, it's going.
Yeah.
It's going.
Yeah. Oh,
It's gone. You've broken the end off.
yeah. Well, it's only the first inch or so.
I always thought that was the bit you fitted into the screw.
Yes. Listen, you put that back in Fred's toolbox. Well, you're down the bottom. He might not notice. Go on. Go on. Right, then, what we got? Oh, look at this. Tide tables, 1929.
Yeah, they'll come in very handy. But this looks interesting.
What's that?
It appears to be a record of the number of people coming onto the pier on a month-to-month basis from 1920 until it closed in 1932.
Hey, Dad, that could be useful.
Yes. Listen, what does it say for September 1931, for example?
Here we are. 30.
Ha! 30,000.
No, just 30.
That can't be right.
Are you sure, Uncle?
Oh, no, wait a minute. That's the number of days in the month.
Oh, blimey, you had me worried there for a minute. I mean, the monthly attendance figures should be much higher than that.
Yes, they are.
Oh, good.
86.
86?
Is that all?
Yes, apparently.
Oh, well. Right, there's only one thing for it.
You're going to pack the whole thing in and put the pier back in the market.
No. Tomorrow, the three of us are going to go out and ask the public what they want on their pier.
I really don't think I can get involved in something like that.
Rubbish. You've got just the right sort of personality for this job. Sort of poor man's Alvar Liddell. Excuse me, miss.
Yes, what is it?
Well, you look as though you enjoy a bit of fun.
I beg your pardon.
No. I mean, for instance, supposing I was to take you down the pier one evening, what sort of thing would you enjoy most?
How dare
Yes, I'm sorry, Laura. I'm afraid I'm going to be late again this evening. Yes, I'm sorry. It wasn't till I got to the bank and checked my diary that I realized it was the first meeting of FOMPA tonight. FOMPA, the Friends of the Midbourne Pier Association. In fact, I should be with them already. Ladies? Yes, of course there are going to be ladies at the meeting. Look, I will definitely come home in time for us to have a cup of cocoa together. No, I can't say exactly when... No. Really?
Thank you. Can I just have a glass of that water?
Yeah, Miss Baxter, it is 8:03. Shouldn't we be under starters' orders?
Oh, I'm sure it won't be long now, Mr. Walcott.
Jolly good. I always say that promptness is the first cousin to efficiency.
You know, I'm sure I've seen that young woman somewhere else.
At the National United Bank, probably. She works there.
That's it.
And, of course, Mr. Talbot just happens to be the manager.
What a coincidence, both of them being involved in the pier, I mean.
I'm not sure it's totally a coincidence.
Oh, shall we be starting the meeting?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Dickie, that's all. Ah, here he is now.
He doesn't look too happy, does he?
Ah, there you are, Mr. Talbot.
Good evening, Miss Baxter.
It's 8:06 now. Very tardy, this.
Yes, I think we should make a start.
Come on, Mr. Talbot. I kept you a seat next to me.
How nice.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. Now then, Trevor and myself would like to welcome you all to this, the first proper meeting of FOMPA. And now, to start with, I would like to tell you of some of our plans for the pier.
I hope they include a camera obscura.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, to... Oh, what?
A camera obscura. The Brighton Chain Pier had one in 1824, and Eastbourne has got one now. Very popular they are.
I think we should have a pier railway. Like Southend. Oh, but Mrs. Briggs, Southend Pier's a lot longer than this one.
6,600 feet, to be exact.
Cool, he's a bit of a bore, isn't he, Dad?
We must have a Punch and Judy man.
Yeah, she's not doing too bad neither, is she? Ladies and gentlemen, could I ask you all, please, to keep your suggestions, excellent though they are, until a little later in the meeting, if you don't mind.
Very well.
Thank you very much. The first thing we have got to worry about are the two halves of our pier. I mean, obviously, they are no use the way they are. They have got to be joined together.
Here, here. Absolutely essential. Don't you agree, Mr. Talbot?
Sorry, what's that?
Oh, Mr. Archer was just saying how nice it'll be when we've joined our two bits together.
Yes, very nice indeed.
Yes, well now, as you probably know, the missing section was removed during the early days of the war.
1940, between the 16th and the 21st of March, to be precise.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Walcott. Thank you. As I was saying, the missing section was removed during the war to prevent the Germans from invading our shores.
And playing with our slot machines.
Thank you, Trevor. That's very funny. Yes, indeed. Yes, thank you. Now then, for the first part of the meeting, I wish to discuss all the repairs that are needed and how you can all help. And then Trevor will chair the second half when we have tested the slot machines. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think you will all agree that there is a lot to be done.
A lie can get you down, make you wear a frown when you're working your fingers to the bone. So listen close to me, or here's my recipe. It's easy, you can do it on your own. Simply close your eyes, imagine paradise. Now you can't go wrong as you sing this little song.
Come on, Trevor, you better make a start. It's getting a bit late. Yeah.
Righto, Dad. Ladies and gentlemen, could you gather around now, please, because it's getting very late.
Come on, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, before we go on, I would just like to propose a vote of thanks to Miss Baxter for providing us with the refreshments this evening.
Well said, Trevor. That's very good. Well done. Well done.
I'm sure we all enjoyed her homemade elderberry wine. Because you know I did. And of course, her homemade gingerbread man.
Mine only had one eye.
Yeah, well, don't worry, mine had two noses. But it's the thought that counts.
Yes, all right, Trevor. Come on, get on with it.
Yeah, all right, all right. Now, if you remember, before we had our refreshments... Oh, and I'd like to take this opportunity of thanking Miss Baxter for providing us with her homemade elderberry wine
You
and...
just said all that.
What? Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, let's start with you, Mrs. Briggs. What did I ask you to look at?
Test your strength machine and the punch bowl.
Oh, dear.
However, Mr. Talbot kindly came to my aid. Oh, that's just like Mr. Talbot. He's always extremely courteous. Take the other day, for example. I was carrying a pile of...
Really, Miss Baxter, I don't think everyone wants to hear all this.
Yes, I'll second that.
Yeah, and I'll third it. So there it is. It's carried unanimous. Well, everybody's carrying it.
Trevor, let me take over, will you?
No, Dad, you've had your go. It's my turn. Right. Uncle Dickie, Uncle Talbot, what can you tell us about the punch bowl?
It floats.
What do you mean it floats?
Well, you see, the chain holding the punch ball had rusted through. So when Mr. Talbot hit it... Oh, quite gently, really. Oh, I'm sure Mr. Talbot didn't hit the ball gently. Oh, he's ever so masculine.
Yes, Miss Baxter, do you mind, please?
Oh, sorry.
Carry on, Mrs. Ball. Mrs. Briggs.
Well, it flew off the chain, out through the window, and bounced into the sea.
Well, does that mean we've lost it?
Of course it does. At 10:30 at night, it's a bit cold for swimming.
At any other time, of course, he'd have dived in there.
Yes, and swum the channel, yes, we know, yes. Or, don't drink any more of that wine, Trevor, please.
Why not? I like it. Now, Miss Baxter, let's get on to you. What machine did you try out?
I tried the haunted graveyard.
Ah, that's the one where you put your money in and various things come to life.
Yes, that's right, Mr. Walcott.
Did that work properly, Miss Baxter?
Oh, well, it was certainly frightening. When I put my coin in, the lights went on in the church and the organ started playing. Then suddenly the church clock struck 12. A bat flew out of the belfry and you could hear the distant howling of savage dogs, coupled with a faint rattling of chains and the weird incantations of those who have passed over onto the other side.
Probably just a drunk going by on his bike.
Grandma, will you shut up? Miss Baxter. All right, what happened next, Miss Baxter?
Well, quite suddenly, a lid came off one of the large sarcophaguses, and a figure in a shroud stood up and walked slowly towards the side of the church. The church door slowly opened. A forked lightning showed the beautiful, innocent maiden about to emerge. The figure in the shroud raised the paving stone above his head in a horrifying, menacing manner as the young girl walked slowly out into the graveyard. What happened then, love? I don't know.
Well, why not?
I closed my eyes. I can't remember my breath.
Let's get on to you, Mr. Walcott.
Well, I tried the What the Butler Saw machine. Actually, its proper name is a mutoscope, you know.
Yes, we did know that, thank you.
I didn't.
Be quiet, Trevor.
Anyway, according to the name on the front, I was going to see the French can-can. But when I put my money in, nothing happened.
More a case of can't than can.
Oh, you are funny, Mr. Talbot. Isn't he funny, Mr. Archer?
Yeah, she's hysterical.
Oh, I get it. Can, can't. Oh, yeah, that's very funny.
All right, calm down, Trevor. Mr. Talbot, please. Mr. Talbot, what about you?
I tried the horoscope machine.
Oh, I know the one. You select a birth sign and it delivers a printed card.
Yes, that's right. I've got it here, in fact.
Oh, what's it say?
Well, I don't think you want to hear all this nonsense, do you?
No, please, come on, because they can be very accurate, you know. Come on.
Very well. Naturally aggressive. You should hold this in check. You would like to be accepted in the world of big business, but your inability to grasp even basic facts precludes you. Consider whether you've a chip on your shoulder. Otherwise, true success will always elude you.
Not very flattering, is it? I wouldn't be too pleased about that, Mr. Talbot.
This isn't mine. I picked your star sign.
What? Yes, well, it's like you said. It's a load of nonsense. Right.
Who's next?
Arthur Ramsden, 48 Holly Grove, the gift crane.
Oh, what? Does it work?
Oh, yes. In fact, I managed to pick up a lovely little red Bakelite bus, and I very carefully guided the arm of the crane to the top of the chute.
Oh, good. So you won the bus?
No, it fell off at the last moment. But I did get this.
Hello. Can I come?
Looks a bit worked up.
Yeah, he probably wants to lock up.
Oh, here, Mr. Talbot, I've got some news for you.
We're very busy.
Oh, well, on your own head be it. If you don't want to know, there's a lady looking for you.
Wait a minute. What lady?
I think she said her name was Laura.
Laura, good heavens. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we should have a 5-minute break just to gather our thoughts.
Oi, Dickie, what's the matter?
Apparently, Laura's on the pier looking for me.
Oh, what's she want?
Something to do with some cocoa getting cold, and what did Mr. Talbot think he was playing at?
Oh, Lord.
I tried to tell her you was busy, but she wouldn't listen. She stormed up to the office. Oh, and that didn't please her much neither.
What didn't?
A pair of ladies' knickers on the desk under your own.
What did you say?
He said you had ladies' knickers on under your overcoat.
That's enough. Come on.
Mr. Talbot, I couldn't help overhearing what young Mr. Archer said just now, and I'm quite shocked.
Honestly, Miss Baxter, these knickers were just a pair that a lady left behind.
Well, really? Good night, Mr. Talbot.
And then this Laura said something about Mr. Talbot not being the same man anymore. And what was he up to tonight?
I'm not up to anything.
Where is she now, Fred?
Well, she was coming down here, then she decided she wanted to go and, you know, powder her nose. So she went into the ladies, the one next to the ghost train.
That's rotten floor.
That's right. And the wonky door lock. That's why she can't get out. She's still stuck in there.
You're gonna have to force it.
Just a minute, Ron. There's no rush.
Well, I would have unscrewed the lock only somebody broke the top off of my screwdriver.
Oh, what a pity.
Can't you borrow another one?
Well, at this time of night? Oh, I suppose I could go home and get one.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, how long would that take you?
Oh, about an hour there and back.
Well, look, if you could do that, I'd be most grateful. And look, here's 5 shillings for your trouble.
Right, so I'll be off then.
And Mr. Wattle,
Yeah?
take your time.
I don't think Auntie Laura's going to be very pleased about all this.
No, but she'll have calmed down a bit by the time Fred gets back.
Listen, what about the floor in that lady's loo? It's all rotten. Suppose it gives way. What then?
Oh, yes. Well, the ladies will just have to use the other one down by the turnstile.
Lazy days will soon be here again. Cares and troubles, toodaloo. No need to hurry, no need to worry.